This fourth episode will be on poverty in the correctional service.
Poverty means struggling to access fundamental human needs: food, water, shelter, clothing, education, and healthcare, and also being able to fully participate in society due to economic disparities. I do not consider myself poor. Addressing poverty requires a long-term commitment and collaboration between multiple factors such as governments and civil society. There are certainly strategies that can help alleviate poverty.
For me, in my opinion, personally, I think poverty is not having sufficient to provide for myself or my family.
Poverty, in my opinion, is not having the basic needs to support yourself, or not having enough money to have the basic needs.
Not having enough money for your basic needs to provide yourself enough food or shelter or clothing.
No, not really.
No, because I support myself.
No, I consider myself average.
Of course. Yeah, so for example, here as in Fiji, we have the land, the sea, all for our use. We can go out and look for some local produce out in the farm, feed our family. We can go fishing and just do simple tasks. Maybe we can go work for others. Just a simple task is cleaning their house or just shining shoes on the road or something that will provide for our needs.
Maybe the government can step in and help. For example, if they can go to villages and give them proper training, and FNU can also step in and give them proper training in farming or new ways to farm, and maybe that way they can help their own family.
It's to change your mindset and think positively and find your gift, you as a hidden gift. You can make use of nature and make use of the land. Like friend Kelly said, you can do short courses and even go abroad, and with a specific scheme going on, it can make yourself better. Thank you.
Poverty can be associated with crime in many ways and as early as childhood. Most scholars and lay persons believe that impoverished individuals are engaged in acts of violence due to consequences and the conditions they are subjected to. Poverty can lead to harming and abuse in childhood. Unfortunately, children are affected by poverty due to the stress and limitations in choices poverty creates on the family. There are signs in a child's life that would demonstrate the genesis of a child's crime. Some of these signs are a lack of parental supervision and boundaries, not doing well in school, resistance to disciplinary actions for inappropriate behaviors, drug and alcohol misuse, and having friends who commit crimes. Unaddressed childhood issues could worsen, making it difficult to rise out of poverty and achieve academic and professional success. As the developmental stage progresses, so would the evolution of crime. A cycle of poverty and crime would now exist. To further elaborate on this topic, we will have a psychologist from Nigeria's Correctional Center and a correctional officer from Bermuda's Correctional Center. Is there a difference between prison, jail, and correctional center?
I'm a psychologist working in Nigeria. Yes, in actual sense, there's a difference between prison, jail, and correctional center. But here in Nigeria, we use them together. In 2019, the word correctional center was referred to as prison, but the law was amended and the term prison was abrogated. So the term prison has been replaced with correctional center here in Nigeria. But in actual sense, There's a difference between the term or the concept of prison, jail, and correctional center. Um, Jails actually are mostly used to keep pretrial detainees. Yes, while um, prison is mostly used in keeping all classes of inmates. But like I said earlier, here in Nigeria, we've we've discontinued the use of the term prison, and it has been replaced with correctional center.
I believe that there is a difference. Um, Jail is a place where people are held while on remand or awaiting trial. Prison is a facility where those people will be held after they've been convicted of a crime, and a correctional facility is a system in which people are provided with rehabilitative tools by which they can seek change and self improvement.
Could you expound on the correlation between poverty and crime?
Yes, there's a relationship between poverty and crime. Yes, from empirical research, it has been established by several scholars and even theories. Um, it has been found out that here in Nigeria, about 70% of our youths are pushed to crime due to lack of economic empowerment, which actually lead them to poverty. So it is obvious, very obvious, that crime or poverty leads to crime. Uh, for example, let me give you an instance. An organization called the International Organization for Peace Building and Social Justice in 2020 reported that more people in Nigeria are going into crime uh, because they are not empowered economically, educationally, and otherwise. So uh, there is a very positive correlation between poverty and crime. In fact, uh, poverty is the main cause of crime anywhere in the world.
I would suggest that there need not be a correlation. There are people without much who have lived very fulfilling lives, and those people may never commit a crime in their entire existence. On the other hand, you have people that are embezzling trust funds and no seeming need to be stealing from others, but they still participate in.
From your experience regards gender, why are more males affected by crime than females?
Yes, there are reasons why more men commit crimes than females, especially in this part of Africa. Um, Biologically, men are stronger, while female are seen as the weaker sex. So, in terms of crimes, like violent crimes, men commit more violent. It is expected or it is seen that men commit more violent crimes than women or the female folks. Again, men are vested with several responsibilities, which tend to pressurize them into crime. In this part of Africa, men are seen as the head of the family, and there are some expectations, some responsibilities that they need to fulfill, and this mounts pressure on them. And those that are not able to control this pressure are pushed into crime. So perhaps men commit more violent crime, while female commit uh, very less status crime, and that's all I have to say on this.
I would challenge that theory and say that for just as many males that are affected by crime, there are at least two females or more that are affected by that same crime. Every male is somebody's son, somebody's brother, somebody's role model, and for the entire family network, everybody suffers when these males are either the perpetrators of crime or the victims of crime.
Is crime more prominent among a specific age group, and why?
Yes, from experience, crime is more predominant among the youth. Um, the youth commit more crimes, and when you come to correctional facilities here in Nigeria, you find more youths than the aged. You find mostly people from the age of 18 to, let's say, 45. Uh, this is so because at this age, they they are stronger, they are more capable of exploring the world, and also this age is the peak of their physical development. So crime is more predominant among the youth population here in Nigeria.
Sadly, I have to say that that answer is no. I will say that certain crimes are more prominent among certain age groups, but um, everything falls under the same umbrella as crime. Why? There are many reasons why, many different motivations, but um, there is no range or rhyme or reason why people of various ages decide to do what they do in violation of societal laws.
Do you believe there has been an increase in the crime rate over the years? Could you state the reason for this adverse reaction?
Yes, there has been an increase in crime rates, especially here in my country, Nigeria, over the years. And this can be attributed to several factors. First of all, let me begin with social decadence. The generation coming up recently uh, have this poor respect, yes, for for constituted authority or for the law, and this has increased the rate of crime in Nigeria. Secondly, the use of drugs among youth has increased over the years, and we know the effects that drug use, substance abuse uh, has on crime. Thirdly, the political structure here in Nigeria especially during elections, uh, contributes to increase crime. The rate of unemployment has increased. More and more of our people here in Nigeria are losing their jobs. Foreign direct investment is dwindling. Infrastructure is nothing to write home about. So it's actually difficult to survive here in Nigeria. And people look for other ways to survive, and some of them resort to crime.
I can't say for certain that there has been an increase, a total increase in crime. I can say in my society that there has been an increase in violent crime and gun crime. Um, the availability of cell phones and social media has also highlighted many of these acts, which were probably happening all the time, but now we actually have proof that they are happening. Um, in reference to the reasons for these adverse actions, um, I would say that many in my community have just lost hope. Um, they no longer see the point in instilling certain values in our young people, and without hope, desperation reigns supreme. People begin to do things that they never thought they would do, and society suffers for this.
What are your views on poverty, inherited, illusion, or reality series?
Yes, for me, poverty is a reality. Uh, it is tangible. It is something that lives within us. We can feel it, we can see it, we can hear it, and it is ever present in our society. In this part of the world, where a great number of people live in abject poverty, it is commonplace to see people, to see poor people. So for me, poverty is reality. It is reality because it is here with us.
Poverty can be inherited. Poverty is not an illusion. Poverty is very real. Um, and the funniest thing about poverty is it doesn't affect just the impoverished. Um, yes, poor people do sometimes hurt each other, but they often stray outside of their communities and affect the lives of those not so poor, those who are wealthy. Um, the Bible says in Proverbs 29:18, where there is no vision, the people perish. Basically, if we don't do something to address these issues, whether you're rich and you feel that poverty is an illusion, or you are among those who are actually feeling the bite and burn of not having enough to do what you feel you need to do, it will eventually affect us all. It will be in our best interest to look for ways to battle these problems so that everybody can have a meaningful existence.
Please give us practical solutions to reduce poverty related crime in your parting words.
Okay, the practical solution to poverty are enormous, but let me try and reel out some. Firstly, We need to empower the population economically for them to fend for themselves, for them to have a form of livelihood, a source of livelihood that can enable them cope with day-to-day living. By so doing, we need to get our people employed. Yes, we need to get them employed. We also need to expand the economic space to accommodate small and medium enterprises, because the small and medium enterprises or businesses are the major source of employment, especially in this part of the world. So we need to build infrastructure in power, in road, in healthcare, and then we need to minimize corrupt practices. Okay, as a parting word, I would like to state that poverty is a global phenomenon, though it is endemic in some part of the world, and it behoves on all of us to join hands together to fight it. So it's my pleasure to be on this program, and I wish to say that I've really enjoyed myself here. So thank you and have a nice day.
Not to be the bearer of bad news, but in a capitalistic society, I don't see how that is even feasible. So long as there are haves and have-nots, there will always be somebody who wants what somebody else has, whether it be justified or unjustified. Until hope is provided that there is a way out that doesn't involve violating the rights of others, the cycle will continue.
So obi kabe ohia asekyerɛ ne den.
Ohia bia onye bi kra ona moto so sabe. Onye bia atara onya atara nte. Onya ntomo mfra. Nti kira fresh rampan we bi.
Nti no ebu ho de eye hini ana.
Mo la mi do nya.
You know, the crime ben ye ba kare ye bi besi ohia.
Akuna e ba ka ben de. What is so bi na dina aye. Ma we twa ka but na 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 what to be. Na be ye bi da ka bi na ma ba na be ti ni. E so nya na na kan na. Aye bi da ma wo ma mo we bi. Da ma na ka ri so nya na na kan. Na select na ho. Na de wo sa so na ni se mi da. Anya da. Ohia na ba ko da agu nya na ka.
Poverty is when you don't know when you can't afford your next meal, clothes, shoes, shelter, and don't know how to be able to afford your bills or feed your children. I don't consider myself poor, as I have been truly blessed by the good Lord to enable me to have a roof over my head, food in my cupboard, and a few dollars in the bank, and also have a job. Not sure if there is a solution, as mankind is too selfish to help their fellow man, and there are so many people in the world who have no clue on how not to make more children so that we can even out the inequalities in life.
Go against it. Oh no, they are man learning by look at the paper. You that to do Tiraka. Boy, I lost school. Or what I call any school. If you say we should you go now. And while I'm sure. So my therapy and your lawyer. so ó lè rà láàánú tán lè rèsì bóyá wọ́n máa fi sẹ́nu ẹ̀kọ́ṣẹ́ ni o tàbí kán ran ní sùkúl.
Okay.
Níbẹ̀ máa ń wáyé tí yóò fi ní wáyé
Okay.
tí yóò ṣì fi ní wá.
Okay.
Èmi gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹnìkan mi ò ní kò yóò kò ṣáájú òun ni wádìí nígbà tiẹ̀ mi ò ní mi ò ṣáájú ebi ò pa mí mi ò gbó mo ń gbìyànjú wọn bá lágbára mi ká nípa ìgbìyànjú káràkátà ṣe ìkọ́lọ́hún tó fún wa ṣe. Oníbẹ̀rẹ̀ kan lórí.
Ìbéèrè kejì òkè pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ríra yín ṣe ẹ̀ríra yín as a poor person.
Mo ní mo ríra ẹni pé kò yó mo ṣàgbé.
Okay.
Mi ò yó ebi ò pa mí.
Okay.
Torí pé mo ń gbìyànjú.
Okay.
Ọlọ́run kó ràn wá lọ́wọ́.
Àmín. So ṣé ìbéèrè kẹta yẹn lọ́wọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ṣé ẹ believe pé ọ̀nà àbáyọ wà nípa òṣì?
Ọlọ́run máa fòṣì káwọ́ ọ̀nà àbáyọ wà nípa ìgbìyànjú àti àdúrà. Ìgbìyànjú ni kéèyàn struggle kéèyàn tiraka àwọn ìgbìyànjú tí wọ́n lè fàdúrà tó ní kò fún tọ́lọ́run ò lè ṣe.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Family, you have heard it, the Correctional Center's perspectives regarding poverty and crime from a developed and a developing country. Overall, crime is more prevalent in the neighborhoods with the highest level of income deprivation. Low levels of education, wide income gaps, lack of investments, lower economic growth, and a fewer employment opportunities could inevitably create criminal engagements. Now, family, preventing crime should be just as significant as detecting crime once it has occurred. A simple reminder would be that a crime that doesn't happen could be one less victim. Therefore, let us now create offense-focused pragmatic approaches that would inevitably reduce the damage caused by crime economically and personally, the lives it ruins. Crime prevention activities. 1. Identify impoverished families, particularly those with children, and assist with whatsoever you can. For example, financially or spend time with a child or children. Be a foster aunt or uncle. 2. Assist impoverished parents in obtaining a job or improving their current position by encouraging them to further studies. 3. Promote education and further academic advancements for the children. 4. Encourage gardening and family entrepreneurship, that is, selling or making items that could be profitable. And 5. Encourage and engage families in community outreach programs. These are just a few crime prevention strategies. Now, be creative and tailor your plan. Ask for assistance if you feel overwhelmed in moving forward. Please don't forget that the life you save today may be your own tomorrow. Family, please stay tuned for the next episode from a different perspective. Remember, let us now be ambassadors of great positive healthy changes. Together, we soar and succeed. The time is now. Bendiga. Bless.